What's going on, guys? My name is Arik and this is Dark Souls 2. And in this video I'm going to do a boss guide on the Duke's Dare Freja. She'll be at the very end of Brightstone Cove Tseldora, and she'll be a giant spider. Since I have arachnophobia, I absolutely hated this fight. I pretty much hate everything about Brightstone Cove, but let's get straight into it. So once you enter the boss area, you will see the Duke's Dare Freja, as well as a lot of these smaller spiders. Your primary objective should be to take care of all of the smaller spiders. If not all of them, then at least most of them. Because they will kill you or they will trap you. And that will be the death of you. Pay a little bit of attention to what attacks the boss is using at all times while you're dealing with smaller spiders, because if she decides to use her beam attack, you probably want to dodge away. So to deal damage to the boss, you will need to hit one of her two heads, otherwise you won't be able to deal any damage. So as for her moveset, the first attack she can use is her beam attack. And by the way, I'm getting the names of the moves from the Dark Souls 2 wiki. I'll leave a link down in the description below. So the first attack, the beam attack, is probably the attack she used the most in this video. It is also the attack you want to bait her into doing, because while she's doing this attack right now, by the way, while she's doing this, her other head will be completely vulnerable to your attacks. So as soon as you see her raising up and like this, she will raise up and then direct her head slightly to the right. As soon as you see her do, as soon as you see she's about to use that attack, just rush towards her other head and deal some damage. So her next attack is the web spit, and I actually got hit by it earlier in the video. I usually never get hit by it. I just wasn't paying attention. It can be easily avoided by simply rolling to the side, and it can be telegraphed by watching her raising her head up and then spitting the web at you. And if you do get hit by it and the boss area is filled with those little spiders, you might actually be in quite a lot of trouble. But just dodge it and you should be fine. So her next attack is her acid lunge, which is when she lunges towards you and spits acid. It can be dodged by rolling to the side and telegraphed by watching her pulling back and then preparing to lunge at you. When she does this, she will do one of 3 attacks, I believe. Either one of 3 or one of 2, I believe it's 3. But as soon as you see her, just as soon as you see her backing up, just dodge to the side and you should avoid it. So her next attack is her acid spit, which is she does that quite a lot in this video as well. She stomps around a little bit and then spits acid at you. And it can be easily dodged by just rolling to the side. If you're really close, if you're really up close, just dodge back and to the side a little bit to avoid the legs. So as for her next attack, she will use or the next attack, the Mandible crush, is when she uses her mandibles to sort of bite at you, and it's this one right here actually. It's it deals quite a lot of damage, and you see me getting hit by it at the very end of the video because I thought she died, but she didn't. But once you see her pulling back, just dodge back like this. I thought I killed her, but apparently I didn't. But once you see her pulling back, just roll backwards and you should be able to dodge it. So before I continue with the moveset, I just want to let you know that there is an NPC summon that you can bring with you into this fight. He is, I believe it's a he. It might be a she. I don't know what Ashen is, But he's found right there, and I'll just leave some extra footage while I'm finishing up the commentary. But he is not all that useful. He does do a great job of dealing with the smaller spiders. So if you're having trouble, I suggest bringing him with you, but it is highly doable without him as well. But now back to the moveset. So her next move is her forward stomp, which is when she stomps at you up to 4 times with her legs. It is easily dodged by simply rolling back. Rolling back once or twice, depending on maybe 3, depending on how close you are to her. Her next attack is the Circ Stomp, which is when she stomps at you with all her legs. And she won't do this unless you're really close or under her sides. But unfortunately, it is easily dodged by simply rolling back or rolling away from her. All of her moves are actually very easy to dodge, actually. So her final attack is her full-bodied lunge slash swing. And I believe she did it once or twice in this video. She pulls back and then lunges at you. And if it hits you, it will deal massive damage. But as soon as you see her pulling back, just dodge to the side like you would have done with the acid lunge and mandible crush, and you should be able to just dodge that attack as well. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this boss. It's not very difficult. Just be patient and try to bait her beam attack, and you should pretty much beat her. To sum it up though, just bait her beam attack. If you're having trouble, you can summon Ashenite Void. And finally, before you start even trying to deal damage to the boss, take care of the little spiders first, otherwise you will get trapped or ganked on, and that's you don't want to be ganked on by the little spiders, because they actually deal quite a lot of damage. And wow, I never noticed that attack. I guess it may be the full body lunge, but she jumped. I don't know. I guess you will take damage if you're under her while she's landing, but well, if you see her jumping up, just roll back, and you should be fine. That's pretty much all I have to say. If there is anything else you want me to do, any other boss guides, any weapon guides, armor guides, anything whatsoever, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. That's pretty much been it. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.